Good morning. It's about 9:30. I'm here in the cottage and I've already done a few things. I have done a couple loads of laundry. um, I have, cleaned up after the kids went off to school. This morning was a little hectic. Nobody wanted to get up because it was after like the long weekend. Nobody was in a good mood, including myself. And we had to get up a little bit earlier because it was picture day and for my two youngest. And, I just wanted to make sure they'd look nice and their hair was done right and all that stuff. And my little one is she just likes her hair in a ponytail. And today it's like we couldn't do that. Anyways, so this morning I have to head to one of our local towns to get some groceries. I need a few toiletries and stuff like that. So I got to do that. However, before I can do that, I have to do an intro and an outro for one of my videos. So since I have, makeup and somewhat looking halfway decent, I'm in here in the cottage getting my tripod. And I'm just going to set up real quick, do the intro and outro for my video. Then I'm going to get ready and I am going to head out. And yeah, so that's what I'm doing today. Now, one more thing that I need to see if I can check out today is getting some more coordinating clothes. I have this dress. I have a kind of like a fall photo shoot for us. We haven't done one in a while, and I thought it would be fun for us to have some family pictures taken. And I have this dress, and you can't really tell in the video, but this is actually in real life looks more like this color. For some reason it's not coming up that way, but my daughter had this dress that she hasn't worn yet, and it coordinates good with my dress. Now I need to find one for my little one. I need to see what I can find for my husband and my son to wear, because the photo shoot's next week. So I need to hurry on up. I might have to find something online for my other little girl, but I don't know. Hopefully maybe I can stop by a couple of stores and see if I can find something that would kind of go with these. So that's one more thing that I have in the agenda to do today. All right, so filming my intro and outro went a little bit longer than I thought because I had forgotten how much I needed to talk and explain about this last video that I'm going to be sharing, like this update on the, the YouTube studio and tiny home. And then when I was done, I got a phone call from our school that our son was, he wasn't feeling so good. He was in the nurse's office. He had like 102.7 fever. So you just saw Nelson pull away to go pick him up. So I still have to go and do my errands, and Nelson will just have him at home with him while he works. That is one of the best things about having somebody, or the fact that Nelson works from home is really awesome. It's nice that we have that option and that he's able to do that. And for situations like this, I can still go what I need to do, because it is important, because I do have to get some groceries. I have some things that I do need. And then now I have to think of something that I need to make in order to, make him feel a little bit better, make some kind of soup for tonight or something like that. And what's funny is that Nelson is not a fan of soups. Okay, let's put it this way. He's not a fan of like chicken noodle soup. So when I told him I was going to get some stuff to make sure I have something for him tonight, he was like, can you make it like a different kind of soup? So now I have to think about what kind of soup can I make that everybody will enjoy. Just because Nelson's just not a fan of chicken noodle soup. So we'll see. So it does take me a while to get where I need to go, just because we live, kind of far. And yeah, so one of the places that I do like to travel to when I go and run errands like this once a week is to the city of Cookeville. And it's more or less kind of like where we used to live in Georgia. Granted, it's smaller still than the suburbs we used to live in, but it is the suburbs, you know, off, you know, from like Nashville, even though it's still a little further away than what we used to live in regards to Atlanta, if that makes sense. So yeah, now I'm just headed there, and we'll see what I can get done as quickly as I can get done. And the reason you saw me loading that little cooler is because whenever I do buy, like, you know, cheese and yogurt and ham and, you know, anything else that needs to be refrigerated, because the trip is about an hour or so, I like to bring that little cooler so that I can put anything that needs to stay cool in there while I bring it home. And that's one little adjustment that we had to do whenever we moved out here, is that when we go grocery shopping, we have to bring a little cooler with us for those kinds of items. And, you know, I don't do huge hauls or anything like that if I can avoid it. We do have a local supermarket down in our town, about, you know, 20 minutes. But, you know, I prefer to go to Publix and get like hams and stuff like that from there. And it just started raining. I'm sure you can hear it. We weren't supposed to have any rain in the forecast, but we're having rain right now. So yeah, good times. The weather, I will say, up here is quite unpredictable. The forecast will say something and it'll be totally the opposite in real life, which, you know, can be said about a lot of areas, but here it's definitely something else. So yeah, let me bring you along and see what we can get accomplished today. Unfortunately, I didn't get half of the things that I wanted to get done while I was out. Nelson actually called me as I'm getting off the exit to go to Publix, and he tells me that he realized that he took the wrong set of keys, or his truck keys, with him. So he went to go pick up my son, and then he went into town because he needed to find something at the hardware store, which he did, thank goodness. But when he came back up, he realized that the keys that he picked up were the wrong keys, and he didn't have the house keys or the camper keys with him. And so he couldn't get back in the camper. And I was like literally like a second of, you know, before getting off the exit, and I said, do you want me to turn around? And he's like, no, go ahead and go into Publix, and I'll see if I can somehow unlock this thing. Well, when I parked, got off the exit, went to the parking lot, parked at Publix, and I, you know, called him really quick, and I said, hey, I'm here at the parking lot. Have you been able to do anything? Do you want me to go, or do you want me to stay? And he's like, no, we still haven't been able to do anything. We're just in the truck. And he's doing fine. Just do what you gotta do and then come right back. And since I really did need groceries, like we didn't even have ham to make ham sandwiches. I said, okay, that's fine. So I went in there and I tried to go as fast as possible. But apparently, during this time, I don't know if it's because yesterday was Labor Day and it was a holiday, or maybe it was just Tuesday's senior day. I have no idea. But I have never seen so many seniors at a Publix at once, ever. They were adorable. Don't get me wrong. But there was just a whole bunch of older ladies all over the place shopping. And I had never seen it so packed with so many older ladies. And God, I love them. But you know, they're a little bit slower than you are. So everything takes a little bit longer when you're in an aisle or trying to get around them or past them. And I felt like, you know, when you're like in a rush, trying to do something or go somewhere in a car, and you happen to hit every red light. Like God's telling you to slow down. Well, that's what was happening to me at Publix, okay? I hit every slow person through the aisles, trying to get through everything. And then my mind was racing because I'm like, okay, I can't forget this. I can't forget this. And when you do that, or when that happens, that's when you forget something in an aisle and you have to go back after you've already passed the aisle. So anyways, so I went, bought everything as quickly as possible. And then I came straight back. My son, he's not feeling so good. He does have a fever. I gave him some Tylenol. He got some food. He's laying down. And he seems to be doing okay. So I did end up getting some stuff to make tomato basil soup and some grilled cheese sandwiches for this evening. My husband loves a tomato based soup, so, and the kids like, you know, tomato based stuff. So hopefully I can pull off this creamy tomato basil soup for them and it'll make them feel better. I also got lemons so that I can make our special tea concoction that my dad made up and we've always had in our household growing up, and I've always had in my household since, you know, me being on my own. The minute we get a sore throat or start feeling sick, we take this tea and it usually kills it right then and there, you know. The next day we all wake up better. So I got some lemons. I already had all the herbs that I needed at home. I just needed the lemons for it. I've actually shared that in a previous video here on this channel, and I'll link to it in the description box if you guys are interested in kind of learning what that tea is all about. But this is something that my dad put together, and it seems to help whenever you have a cold or a cough or feel like you're getting the flu. Hey, pretty girl. Oh, he is super sick.
Huh?
He's super sick and he had a fever.
What happened to you?
I don't know, baby. How are you feeling?
Good. Oh my God! Why are you videotaping?
Because I'm doing a vlog for the other channel. All right, let's go park over here, okay? I got the soup simmering. All I got to do now is make the sandwiches. We'll have dinner, and then I'll get the kids ready for school the next day. Plus, I have some studying to do with them. So I guess I'm just going to call it a vlog for now. I'm on my way to the cottage. Nelson needs me for something. And yeah, so I will see you guys tomorrow.